So we're back again, and I'll explain why I'm in the setting that I'm in just a second. It's Diane and Chad, and we are here for the GUTS program, which Diane and I had an awesome conversation earlier in the week. And the GUTS program may turn into something even bigger and more special than it already was. So stay tuned for that. And coaching with myself, with Chad Zanotti, lacrosse and personal development coaching for lacrosse players and lacrosse parents. I'm very excited about things happening around that business. So we got a lot of exciting things coming at you. But today we wanted to talk about putting yourself in an environment where your vibration, where your energy is high, where you feel relaxed. Right now I'm in New Hampshire. There's a awesome background setting, basically right on the bricks of on the edge of a forest. It's got a cup of coffee, a bulletproof coffee. Those who don't know about bulletproof coffee, definitely check it out. It's awesome stuff. And listening to the breeze, sun's up. It's just a beautiful day. And Diane and I were talking about how important it is to put yourself in an environment where you feel relaxed, whether it's the beach or like I am in the woods, or could be in a special room in your house or wherever. Where's your special place, Diane? That place where you just feel relaxed.
I have 3. One of them is here, actually. I got lots of like plants and special things for my family and stuff in here. And I love this space because I get to work in it and I love my work. So that's one. The other is in the mornings, I sit in our living room. Our front window is filled with plants. And so the sun comes through. And I love just like spending my waking moments before everyone in the house is awake. That's where I am. And then the other is our bedroom is in the basement. So I set up a little kind of space where I have my sage and my frankincense and my cushion. And that's where I sit and meditate and journal. And that's a really special place for me to do too. So they're different. Also outside in our yard. I love it. Yeah.
And you mentioned in the yard, and I'm right now barefoot. So grounding yourself, taking your shoes off and just putting your feet in the grass or in the sand or wherever, it's so important to ground yourself because the energy coming off the earth is very healing. So barefoot wherever you are, if you can be, obviously it's a dangerous environment to barefoot, but you mentioned the plants. And it's breezy here, so I hope you can hear me okay. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
The oxygen that's coming off the plants, so important, especially in the house. In the colder months when we're inside, having the plants around is huge. And just, like this, being outside and just breathing in the fresh air. So when you're having those days where you feel like stress of life is kind of getting at you a little bit, throwing you off course, when you go to those spots, does it change your demeanor, your energy, and what do you do in those environments?
Yeah, absolutely. They all do, particularly my meditation space. But the first thing my mind is going to also, just like you're saying, is outside. Our front lawn is like, we don't have grass, we just have a garden. And so I've noticed in particular, like on days when I'm feeling anxious or if I'm worried about something or things are just kind of, you get that just days when you just have sort of a heavier feel, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? That's just normal. We all ebb and flow, change all the time. But on days like that, I specifically go to the garden and I go barefoot, just like you said, and I squat and I pick blades of grass out of the garden, or I get my hands in the soil, and the shift is amazing. Or if it's later in the summer, I actually pick, like I'll harvest lettuce or beans or whatever it is that we're growing. And it is an elevation of your frequency, your energy field. Like it absolutely is. So that's why we feel an emotional shift as well, because emotions are energy. Right? So they're not separate. So when we intentionally create a shift for ourselves, we put ourselves in a place where the energy is high, we move up to the level of that energy and we feel different because of that.
You mentioned squatting, and I will work with a lot of the athletes that I work with on holding a sumo squat position. We call it a sumo squat position, where you're in that relaxed squat where your knees are folded, your hips are folded, your ankles are folded, and you just hang out there for 30 seconds, a minute. I have some athletes who can hold the position for 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes. And it just assists with lengthening the tissues in your bodies and in your body and in your joints. And you're doing it barefoot on the ground. I mean, it's big benefits to it. So provided you don't have issues with your joints, obviously, I mean, we always have to throw the disclaimer in. If you're trying anything new, definitely check with a health professional first, check with your doc first. So anything that's mentioned out there, anything that you're trying, but sitting in the squat position, it's so comfortable. It's so relaxing because you're not pulled in different directions. You're not distracted. If your goal is just to breathe in a squat position, it's rejuvenating. And as goofy as it sounds, it is a rejuvenating, recharging type of movement, type of position. So yeah. So do you guys celebrate Father's Day in Canada?
Yeah, we do. It's
Father's Day today?
It is, yeah.
Okay, cool. So it is down here too. And I wanted to definitely jump on because we have, again, there's so many exciting things happening with Guts, with the coaching that I'm offering, and I'm blessed and grateful to be on here chatting with you. It's been on a weekly basis, and I really am enjoying it. And I hope, people who are plugging in are taking a couple of gems away from what we're offering. And happy Father's Day to your hubby.
Thank you. And to you.
And thank you very much. And so happy Father's Day to any fathers out there. And let's do a follow-up in a few days or in a week, and we'll go from there. Did you have anything else to summarize, to cap off our conversation about putting yourself in a really nice, relaxing environment?
No, I don't think so. I'm just even just seeing the environment behind you. I'm like, oh, I want to be there. Yeah. So I think we're going to do, my kids are going to make breakfast. And I think, even though it's not so sunny here today, but I think you're inspiring me to get outside too. So it's good.
Oh yeah. And rain or shine, if it's rainy out, put some gear on and still get outside. Oh, yeah. That's what I always coach people on.
And smell the smell of the rain, the smell too, right? So fresh. It's refreshing. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, again, I'm blessed and grateful that we're on here, and enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
And then we'll follow up and chat real soon.
Sounds good. Bye.
Right. Thank you.